And I guess with that we leave it and move on to the main show. I kind of stumbled in this segue, but anyways, hell!
It's you don't want to go there.
This is a great start.
Unless you want
guys,
it.
We're not gonna have this show
for
like 3 weeks too. So
exactly.
This is what you get.
Hell.
Hell.
I mean, think about it. Given how high the price of entry for the other place is, most of us will end up there. So this will be a great after party. Anyways, hell! Oh, and welcome to the AWKWARDCast where ANY and Keyframe wonder about random dribble.
Keyframe? Did you say Keyframe?
I don't. Okay,
Keyframe.
Happy Pride, I guess, but like...
In my defense...
You are just getting fat dummies today, Maxie.
In my defense, I have already been talking so much today. I recorded an hour for a new video, which given how long it took me and that I'm still in the middle of audio editing, will it not come out before I'm leaving the country for 3 weeks, so... That was well invested time. Plus I had 2 long Skype calls today, so I cannot language anymore. So anything coming out of this mouth pie hole thingy here needs to be excused for the rest of the day. Thank you.
I know, but Keyframe is just a new one.
You're welcome.
I want to be
Saltydkdan. Key something that has A in it? What's the German word for key?
Schlüssel.
Oh, there's no reason. There's not even a translation. You're just dumb. You're just dumb.
But yeah,
anyways,
magical.
Hi guys, Derek's here.
Yeah, Derek is here.
Saltydkdan.
Yeah.
So we have Saltydkdan, Cosmic Keyframe, and
Gay and Y.
Oh, Gay and Y. That's
Gay and Y. Gay and Y.
I like A and Gay though, guys. Which one? A and Gay or Gay and Y?
Gay and Y sounds more like a alteration of the original Y.
Yeah, but that also kind of sounds like a very upset parent at someone coming out. It's like Gay and Y.
I mean,
but A and Gay just sounds like someone is that and gay.
Also, Keyframe is now officially clipped. Thanks, Enigma.
Thanks, Enigma. I'm sure Wolfhead will really like that clip. But yes, Derek, I'm sure most people know who you are, but for people who don't, you like the two, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care?
I make videos.
Oh yeah, fair.
You make videos? Good, proud of you.
Yeah.
My dude, you don't even... My dude, you don't even have 500,000 subscribers. You should use this chance to... I really can't talk today. You should use this chance to promote yourself to this giant, awkward audience.
Wow.
I make videos.
You know, just to say, folks...
Wait, Derek, say this again. What are you doing?
I make videos.
God damn it. Oh. So that's the tone we're setting for you. You know, I just
one host
people,
can't talk, the other host just turned gay, and the guest makes videos.
If I turn gay, there's some people I need to talk to. But yeah, so just to say, when me and Max visited New York, we met Derek in person, and Derek was like, hey, so, you know, I would love to be on your guys' podcast again. I just kind of realized now that that's the guy who will co-host your show.
Well, how am I supposed to remember anything? Unless I meet somebody in person, my brain just doesn't work.
I know, but it was just really funny of like, wait, the two wires connected with each other, that the Max the person is the Max the podcast.
I mean...
It was funny. It was funny. Yes, hello, Derek. It's great to have you back on. It's been a while.
In his defense, it has been really long since the last time.
Yeah, it's been... I don't even remember when the last one was.
Wait,
I think it was before...
Probably 2020, early 2022 at least.
I think it was before I really started to get to know you more, Chrissy.
Yeah, because it was pre-Friendlock, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, May
Yeah, so
2020.
that's the indicator of time. But then again, Friendlock is kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, where so much just happened in a small period of time.
But yeah,
That's actually how I pitch it to people.
Uh,
I say it's a lot like Five Nights at Freddy's.
but yeah, it was
With as
May
convoluted
2020.
May 2020.
May 2020.
We were addressed in the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's really excusable that you had no clue who this person was you talked to one single time 3 years ago.
That's insane.
Yeah, because then the only things he knew was what I said, and none of it was positive.
I do what I
Max
can.
did something stupid today. Oh, did he now, Chrissy? Did he now? But yeah, so yes, for people who hear me talk about Friendlock, he's the guy we tortured throughout every Friendlock episode.
Yeah.
And he's also doing JoJo stuff. And Sonic. And
Oh yeah,
and
then.
just
Yeah.
and also impersonating the Queen of England. Which is one of my favorite videos now of yours.
I haven't uploaded a single video this year, which is horrible because we're 5 months in. But
Oh.
next month, I'm going hard. I'm going hard on uploads.
Yeah,
you
Derek's
won't
one
even
of those
believe.
batch people where it's like it takes a long time for the glacier to move, but once it moves, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, Derek, what have you been up to recently?
Working, editing, streaming, editing.
You have.
editing.
I mean, I know you've been doing the JoJo iceberg. Do you have any fun tales about JoJo that you want to share?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense why I still like JoJo as much as I do at this point. Because I feel like any normal person would be like, I'm never watching this shit again. But meanwhile, I finish, like, today I'm wrapping up on, like, a 2-hour video all about JoJo. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta read JoJo for book club tomorrow. Yeah, all right, yeah. Okay.
Fuck.
I dipped into it when you switched me.
You had to go
but
into
yeah.
light skin, Derek.
It makes no sense. I was literally like, man, I'm so tired of JoJo. All right, time to read JoJo.
It's like an artist who works as an artist for a living. It's like, man, I'm so done with drawing today. I'm gonna go unwind with drawing.
Yeah, you know that phrase where it's like, if you like what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That's
yeah,
bullshit. I fucking love what I do, but I also fucking hate working on it. I want it to come out already. Like, Jesus.
Derek's a great editor. You know what he hates?
Editing. No, it's so real, because you know what's hilarious is I used to love editing. But then my projects got so much bigger in scope that, you know that feeling when you finish a project and you're just like, yeah, I did it. Like, as your projects grow bigger in scope and longer, that feeling of accomplishment gets spaced out more and more to the point where it just feels like you're working with no returns.
Oof.
It never ends. It's like, oh, cool, I finished this section, and then you extend the timeline out, and you see the
Yep.
giant slab of untouched meat, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. I can really only, like, work on, like, 5 minutes of content per day for, like, big scripted projects, because otherwise I'm just gonna go insane.
Yeah, I get that. I have had to learn how to pace myself, especially when you work with real life things like papercraft, because I had a moment last night where I just sat in my office, and my office is in very much damn bitch you live like this mode. It's like, just everything is covered in paper, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. Like, you're just done. You don't feel proud of your progress. You're just done. That's the point. It's over now.
I'm also
Good
in
night.
damn bitch you live like this mode. But I've been like that ever since I moved into my new apartment. I'm trying to clean shit up. I'm trying to make it look a little bit neater, but
The only clean spot is your Sonic Fighters arcade cabinet.
yes, which is that's also a new thing that happened in the last time that I went to the
There's
podcast.
a fascinating thing about that, because isn't there like no listings? Please tell the story. This is a great one.
I was talking in a Discord call, and I think Chrissy might have been there, Chrissy's semi-involved in this story because she was around when this happened.
I was there. Hi,
generally.
I'm a witness.
But I was telling people, I was like, yeah, it's on my bucket list to get this this Sonic the Fighters arcade machine. Like I'd love to buy it and like put it in like my eventual home that I'm saving up for and stuff. Except, you know, getting arcade machines like that, like the Sonic the Fighters one is very rare. It almost never goes on sale. Like the only people that are selling those are like people who like arcades that have it and it's like broken down, or what's it called, like collectors, and collectors usually don't want to get rid of stuff like that. And our mutual friend Monsters was in the call and I guess took note of what I said because he just occasionally would just check eBay to see if like somebody had a listing for like Sonic the Fighters arcade machine. And what ended up happening is dude messages me one day and he's like, dude, you would not believe it. And then he sends me the link. And it's a bidding thing for Sonic the Fighters arcade machine. And for those who don't know Sonic the Fighters, it's basically just like the first, like a really early Sonic spin-off game that was arcade exclusive for the longest time, where it's just like Sonic and friends fight each other, except it's before they all got like redesigned, so it's like really cool. They're all in like the classic style and stuff like that. It's all very polygon based and it's very cool. And so I went on, and it was a whole journey because I didn't know how to use eBay. So I had to make an account and everything. And I remember it was a bidding thing, so I put down a bid, and then somebody outbid me, and I was like, no. And I found out, so I think I outbid them next, and then I found out I kind of actually gamed the system accidentally. Well, not accidentally, I totally did it on purpose. I rescinded my bid, and then I just flat out bought it. Because it had that thing where like you could bid on it for a cheaper price, or you could pay like
buy now.
You could buy now. So I ended up, I think, rescinding my bid, or I don't actually, maybe somebody didn't outbid me, but there was a couple of people watching it, and I was like, oh, they're gonna. Okay, no, I messed up. I bid, nobody else bid, but there was like a bunch of people watching it, and I knew that they were gonna come at it like vultures when the bidding stuff was over, like when it was close to being over, because I think that's how people do it. Is they kind of like watch like vultures, and then they last minute like bid a bunch to outbid people. Yeah. And so I was the only one who bid, and I felt like an idiot because who would do that when you could just buy it outright? So then I rescind my. I looked into eBay's refund policies. I got my refund, and then I just bought the cabinet outright.
So
screw over everyone who was watching it.
It just feels like the fucking Patrick thing where it's like make it fine 2, make it 3, okay, yes. 3. It's just you are great at haggling.
So basically you now have this standing in your living room.
And
it's very big.
It's very large. You wouldn't know it from that picture.
Okay, wait.
But...
There's another one with the person I saw a moment ago. Let me see. So. This is better. It's not easy.
Wow, you're talking.
I know, but here we have like.
I mean, it is it is the size of an arcade cabinet. If you've ever actually been to see an arcade cabinet, they are big.
Yes, but this one was a lot thicker than a lot of arcade cabinets that I've seen before. I've seen this machine in a hotel before, and I was so young I didn't realize how big it was. But basically what ended up happening was the arcade machine actually almost fell on me and killed me when we were moving it in. Because when it got dropped off, I was like, wait a second, how is this going to get dropped off? It was like one guy was moving it. And I was like, that is not enough guys. And he had it in like a very sketchy looking white van. I love the guy. He was a very chill dude. But, oh my god, it felt like I was doing, like, the weirdest drug deal of all time, and all of the coke was stuffed in an arcade machine. But what ended up happening was, it was so heavy, it was, like, breaking the moving equipment. And I had to help this guy move it in. I was like, oh, I thought there'd be like a moving crew or something moving it in. I wasn't, because I'd never done something like this before. And I was helping move it in. It tilted forward and almost smushed and killed me on the floor of my apartment. And that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's a story, all right.
Yeah. Chrissy's imagining what I would look like killed by my own hubris.
Totally. That I'm very
smushed
much
on the
envisioning
ground,
that. Just like a
blood
little
gushing
bug.
everywhere. Could you imagine the news that day?
Max, I don't think this face is fitting for. Hey, do you imagine what would happen on the news if I died?
Imagine like one of you guys get on my Twitter account and you're like, sadly, Derek did pass away. He was crushed by an arcade machine that he bought, and killed almost instantly. He did suffer quite a lot.
He died how he lived with Sonic.
Died how he lived underneath a Sonic-based thing, or died how he wanted to live underneath a Sonic-based thing.
Except it wasn't Rouge. It was just
wasn't
Sonic.
Rouge. It was close enough.
The
Close
other
enough.
big Sonic-related thing that can smother you.
There's only two big Sonic things: Rouge's tits and Sonic the Fighters.
Yeah, but the thing is so big, and I'm cleaning up my apartment, I might actually have to buy a storage unit to put it away for a little bit because the thing is, it's so big, and I didn't realize how much space it takes up in my apartment. So it's created the way my apartment is set up, right, is that it's right next to the kitchen. It is so big that it has created a hallway to the kitchen, like a small hallway.
No, see, what you do, Derek, is you put a mattress on top of it, and then you have a little guest bed.
That's the
It's like
thing.
a bunk bed.
It's so close to the ceiling that I can't.
How close to
If
the
I-
ceiling is it? How tall
If I put
is
if I put a mattress up there, it's gonna be touching the ceiling. I just think the ceiling to my apartment is a little bit low.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, I feel like
You see a door next to the arcade machine, and the machine is still
I
a little
assume
bit
this
smaller
thing-
than
I
a
assume
door.
I'm assuming this cabinet's like 6 feet tall.
Yes,
Like,
but we did have to tilt it to get it in the door, which was a whole experience.
what a big thing.
I can't believe, like, I remember when I was wheeling it in, I was like, I think I'm developing, like, a phobia of this thing. Because I'm so scared that it's going to fall and kill me.
I'm scared of what I love.
Yeah, it was like, that happens to a lot of the things I love. I get so obsessed until I get too close to the sun, and then I start getting scared.
Okay, Icarus, settle down there. But also, just to say, I was not imagining you dead. A video autoplayed on my other screen, and I looked, and this thing popped up, and I had to stare at it. It's just
Oh,
Bentley.
19-year-old Bentley the Chihuahua?
Yeah, look at him. Look at this little guy. There's not a thought going on in that head. He is head empty.
So heavy.
I mean, if I was like over 100 something in dog years, I wouldn't think either. I think I would be done with thinking at that point. I mean, I think I'm gonna be done with thinking when I'm like 65. You don't need to think longer than that.
Man, what if that Chihuahua was a Sonic fan and bought that Sonic arcade cabinet, and then it fell on the
he
Chihuahua?
got squished?
I mean,
No!
that's actually
Don't
a
say that about
very
Bentley.
realistic one.
He could probably crawl
In other
into
news,
the Sonic
Bentley-
Fighters cabinet.
In other news, Bentley, the 19-year-old Chihuahua, has been smushed and killed by a Sonic the Fighters arcade machine.
No! Not 19-year-old Bentley the Chihuahua.
He paid with Dodge dollars.
Yeah.
Doge,
The
you dumbass.
Dogecoin, the official currency of all dogs.
All dogs are crypto bros, apparently.
Do you get it? Because it's a stupid investment, and dogs don't know how the economy works.
All animals are investments in crypto. Fucking Max's ferret invests in crypto. Because they don't have brain. They don't think good. But there
They
you go.
don't have
That's what's been-
spine.
No, they also don't have brain. The spine. I don't think ferrets have brains.
Nah, they are pretty shrewd, so the shrewdness must come from somewhere.
I've met a lot of dumb, shrewd people. You. And would you say you have a brain?
Probably.
Exactly. But yeah, that's what's been going on in Derek's life. So I guess perfect transition.
Oh.
Besides that, you've also been watching a new thing. Why don't you tell us about Baki, Derek?
I was gonna say, I think the perfect transition is all of my trans friends becoming who they are, but I think that that's also pretty good.
He had a point. He had a point there.
Thank you, Saltydkdan.
Hey, oh,
you're welcome.
Happy
Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride. But let us hope that all those transitions are actually perfect. Not that they're...
What's that
all
supposed
transitions
to mean?
are perfect, you fool!
All transitions, you fool!
Except for when you use the push transition in Adobe Premiere. That one's just kind of lame. There's no oomph to it. It's just like a very concrete slide. That is why I keyframe all of my slides, because I'm a psychopath.
And
anyway,
you hate
Baki's
yourself.
cool. Yes, I do.
Baki. I hope I found the right one.
Yes,
Well,
it is. This is
yeah.
the Netflix season. We're watching the original series to catch up to watch the Netflix.
Don't have a link. I don't
It's
know.
okay.
It's okay.
It's
It's
okay.
okay. You don't
This is
need
fine.
it.
This is fine.
Okay.
Tell us about Baki.
Baki. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have better footage. That you can put for this.
Oh no, is it gonna be that intro?
Give me the
No,
good
it's
footage.
the Joe Rogan video I edited.
No, Derek.
It's Joe Rogan interspliced with Baki clips.
But does it work without sound? Because
No, it's fine. You just need a nice visual, and I think that
okay. You consider Joe Rogan a nice visual?
Yes.
Well, with Baki.
Yes, with Baki's clips spliced in between. So, Baki is the... okay, basically, to break this down, we were in Discord hanging out, and we occasionally bring up this really insane anime called Baki, and we always check in with it, and we're just like, what's Baki up to? What's going on with Baki? Because it's always something insane. And we basically got fed up with just talking about it out of context, and we were like, why don't we just watch and read it together? And that's what we started doing. So Baki is the story of a kid named Baki, who in the clips you're seeing right now, I believe he's 12 or 13. He's the little kid. He's currently fighting his dad in between the Joe Rogan clips.
Little is a relative term here.
Yes, he's fighting his dad, except his dad is killing him. His dad is murdering him. It's
so
basically
it's an isekai.
Actually, the reverse. It takes place in real life.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it takes place in as close to reality as you can make it.
Clearly see.
It's about a kid. It's a shonen fighting anime about a kid named Baki who has to... he's a grappler, you see. It's somebody who fights with only their body. And his dad is the strongest man alive. So he wants to beat him in a fight. And that's kind of like his whole thing. Like, the entire show.
He was bred to fight.
He was basically bred to fight from the very beginning.
And are you trying to find that moment of him just getting punched multiple times?
No, this moment. Okay.
Okay.
It's so good. A big reason
God,
why Baki is so
ugly.
well known. The concept seems so like, okay, yeah, like average anime. But you watch it, the way that these dudes are drawn and built is like insane. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of some out of context moments, some of which we've watched so far, and some of which that we're going to see. It's revealed later on in the series that the concept of GPS, Global Positioning System, was invented to track two of the strongest men alive on the planet Earth. And when they're on the move, GPS for everyone goes down so that they can focus all of its energy on finding those two individuals.
One of them being Baki's dad.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah,
One of them being Baki's dad.
Baki's dad is so strong. During one of the episodes, there's an earthquake that starts happening.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
And Baki's dad just stands there and punches the ground, and it makes the earthquake stop.
And
This takes
Obviously.
place in real life.
yeah, what's
cancel
crazy?
each other out. Makes sense.
The most crazy thing is that, like, if this was like a fantasy anime, that'd be one thing. But the writer of Baki decided, I'm gonna set this in real life. Like, this is gonna be realistic, and it's just not. Like, the whole concept is really just like, what if you could train your body as a human and there were no limits? That is the basic pitch of this show. And yep, in the first episode, Baki's mom kisses him square on the lips for like no reason.
Oh yeah, Baki's
that's
mom.
also a
There's
thing.
a lot of Sweet Home Alabama vibes with Baki and Baki's mom.
Yeah, she's really, and the show really wants you to like her and like feel sorry for her by the end, but I'm just like, no.
Stop kissing your son like that.
So, who would you say this show is for, and who should
Everyone.
maybe skip it?
It's for everyone. I
It's
think
so
everyone
funny.
should check. It's one of those shows where the way you can best experience it, I think, is in a Discord call with friends watching it.
Yeah,
It is
'cause
just
it gets so
insane.
ridiculous. It
It's-
gets so
it's
ridiculous.
incredible.
You have to. It's an experience. It's
Yeah,
not
and-
funny in the way that it's trying to be funny.
Yeah, in the second season of the original series we're watching right now, there's like a big tournament going on.
A
And
tournament arc?
Yes.
Sorry, I watched
And
too
it's-
much Giga.
It's all good. I also love Giga, but yeah, no, there's the tournament arc going on, and it's been taking place the entire season, like from episode 1 to like wherever we're at now. And there's literally a character that just like starts flying, and it's unexplained, and it's still unexplained. We don't know how he flew, but everyone else is like, wait, how is he flying? How is that even possible?
There's this one guy who's like based off a Brazilian fighter. Stereotype doesn't age well, I'm gonna say that. But this man is insane.
Oh my god, he's like making like random grunting noises and like beating people to death in the ring.
Yeah,
Like,
before
until
the
they're
bell
dead.
even starts, he just goes, "Ah!" and just starts wailing on them. And even when they like pull him away, he's just like, "No, I want to keep punching this guy." It's so like, I guess that's also. There's not too much gore in this show, so like.
At least not so far. In the original seasons, it's pretty like there's stuff that's gonna make you go like, ooh, but it's not anything that's
one
like
guy's
grossing me
method
out.
of defeating someone is just grabbing their arm and
Then just squeezing until their arm explodes.
As arms do.
That's crazy. I feel like that's such a crazy thing to say, but we're so desensitized to even that, where it's like not even weird to us anymore. It's like, yeah, no, Hanayama squeezes people's arms until they explode. That's like his thing.
Well then,
Yeah.
I guess everybody got a good impression of what this show is about. And, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Baki.
If you liked
It's
what
what,
you
you know-
heard, you know what to watch.
it's and you know, this is coming from somebody who really likes JoJo. A lot of people like to describe JoJo as like a lot of stuff out of context is like, whoa, that's so weird. But at the end of the day, like, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's kind of weird, but like out of context, it is definitely weird. But then Baki is like what people think JoJo is, where it is just insane thing after insane thing, and the author is like, you are going to accept this. You're going to
Yeah.
accept it, and you're going to keep watching.
And you know what? People have been accepting this since 1991. It is. I don't know if it's one of the longest running mangas of all time.
It's
one of the-
longer than One Piece.
It's one of the
longer than
best
One
selling
Piece.
mangas
Whoa.
of all time too.
It
This is
is.
a very widely loved thing.
Yeah, being
It-
longer
it-
than
it doesn't-
One Piece means something.
Yeah, it doesn't have that much of a presence like in America because there's just not a lot of licensed media around it. But we have the anime, so you know we've been watching the hell out of that. So yeah, if that's interesting, check it out. It's insane.
Yeah, there you go.
Then, who's gonna go
Well,
next?
okay, should we keep this anime train going, Max? Tell us about the thing you can't tell us much about.
I know. Before that, just because I got reminded of it, Guardians 3, fantastic. probably the best of the three. Go watch. Okay, this was that. Now moving on to the other
Because I
thing.
haven't seen it.
Exactly, it's phenomenal.
Guardians is good.
It's phenomenal.
Guardians is really good.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yes,
But I will eat
it
whatever
is-
James Gunn puts on my plate.
Every single you see this entire ensemble on the big poster. Everybody
Yes.
has at least one great character moment to shine. Every single one.
Even the dog.
Even the
Even
dog.
Even the dog.
Even more,
the dog.
even more mind blowing than a dog who is having a shining moment. Sean Gunn got one. His brother
wow.
James finally gave his brother a shining moment. That tells you how good the movie is.
Happy birthday, bro! You get something in my movie.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think it's very cool. I just wanted to say, I think it's probably one of my favorite superhero movie trilogies of all time now.
Yeah.
And the only thing that keeps me from recommending it to people is that it's in the MCU, so you need to watch like two big crossover movies between
Do you?
Volume 2 and 3 to like fully
you
understand.
do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
okay.
Gamora
You need to have
stuff, you
watched
have
Endgame.
to.
Yeah, you need
You
to
need-
watch Endgame. But
And obviously, no spoilers, but
Yes.
something I've been kind of thinking about is, like, these movies are so good, it almost sucks that they're stuck in the MCU. Not because, like I hate the MCU or anything, but if
I
this
do.
series was not an
By now.
MCU thing,
No.
then the final film would be them fighting like Thanos. You know, like, that would be like the big climactic finale. But this feels more like an epilogue, and it's very
It's a
cute, and I love it.
I've heard that it's very bittersweet.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
in the
But-
best way possible. Though, I
but-
will say this. The other thing that makes me mad that this is an MCU film is the fact of they're never going to truly let them rest. Because some of these characters are going to appear in future movies. I could just tell that by existing in a
fully
post
correct.
MCU, in a post phase something universe. Nothing truly ends. Some of them will leave because they want to. I mean, I know that that Bautista does not want to be Drax anymore, so I can only imagine what happens. But like, I've heard good things.
to quickly, Odie, no, Marvel did not pick the ball back up. James Gunn did it all by himself after he was fired and rehired. And no, I'm glad that he got a phenomenal, very most likely final movie he contributed to the MCU. But actually, with that, I am now more determined than ever to finally be able to turn my back on the MCU, and I guess I will now pay more attention to the DCEU since James Gunn took it over.
I have one question, and this, I guess, goes to the audience who haven't seen Guardians 3 like I have. Do you need to watch Thor: Love and Thunder to get any...
No,
something?
no,
Nope,
Okay,
no.
it's not necessary
Yay!
at all. They don't even reference it.
The
You're
only
totally fine.
the only thing you need to know about Thor: Love and Thunder is that the Guardians dropped Thor off for his own adventure. That's all you need to know.
Which is so fucking disappointing.
Thor isn't even
know.
brought up in this movie. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, at the end
want-
of
I-
at the end of Endgame, I was like, oh well, Guardians and Thor shenanigans. I guess that's cool. Nope.
Yeah, I wanted I fucking... Look, we'll get to your fucking anime in a second. It's just, I am so mad. Thor: Love and Thunder, I have a very, it took me a while to get Marvel fatigue. It took longer for me to get Marvel fatigue than Star Wars fatigue. Apparently I'm in the minority there. But I wanted another Ragnarok.
Yes.
With
me
Thor
too.
and Guardians. And that's what I expected. Because like Thor works best when he's bouncing off another person. Like, I just, especially like another hero with a bombastic personality like him and Bruce Banner. Which, by the way, are we gonna ever get anything else with Bruce Banner, Hulk, besides him occasionally appearing in She-Hulk? I'm glad
Illegally,
his arc is
no,
over.
it sucks.
It's just so like, man, I like Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner. I really do. And they do nothing. Why do you spit on the things that I love?
Because MCU.
Universal. Universal,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
think, owns the film rights. They only
okay.
he's only allowed to appear in crossover
Oh, so it's like
material.
Sony with Spider-Man kind of
Yep.
thing. By the
She-Hulk
way,
is the
guys,
closest that we've gotten to that.
Go watch Into the Spider-Verse Part 1. It comes out in a couple months. That's the only Marvel thing you should really need to watch besides Guardians.
And
The
so
thing-
far, it's not officially MCU. I mean, they kind of did little tie-overs with Moon Girl, where I was like, don't do it, don't spoil Moon Girl. I
Well,
like the
no,
show.
I mean, no, like, I'm saying, like, in terms of Spider-Verse, they may reference Tom Holland's Spider-Man. The whole thing is the fact that we know Spider-Verse references Spider-Mans from other universes.
True.
And we know that the Spectacular Spider-Man is going to get referenced in there.
And
Holland
I
may
didn't know
appear.
this until just now.
It was on a movie poster. It's not really a spoiler if they're putting it in their advertising.
It's very interesting because, like, at this point, the MCU, like, we used to just think, oh, the MCU is the canon of these movies. But now with, all that multiverse stuff, they're kind of just being like, the MCU can be literally everything if you want it to be.
There's
Because,
no stakes.
Yeah,
with
like,
this
you
kind
can
of
just...
stuff.
I definitely think it's gonna be really weird once the current MCU saga that they're doing ends with, like, the multiverse stuff. Because I feel like it feels like such a thing where, like, you can't one-up yourself after that. Like, with the multiverse. So, like, once you, like... Potentially, we're looking at, like, a bigger crossover than, like, Endgame and that stuff. And that stuff was already kind of nuts watching it for the first time. But now it's like, oh, we're going to have probably the X-Men and all these other people. And it's like, okay, but what do you do after that? Like, what is your plan?
Like what do you do after it? Especially since, like, you have shit like the fact that it goes to a crazy land when the Disney parks have actual canonicity within it, like the Marvel Academy, and in the Star Wars land, apparently the Star Wars world that is in the Disney parks is canon, and it's like, shut up, be quiet. Just, you can have non-canon adventures. Not everything has to be canon. Anyways, this is getting angry. Talk about your about your anime girl.
The good news is I don't have too much to say about this. Cannot say too much about this myself. So this anime, very fascinating. As we mentioned Gigak before, I mostly got curious about it because Gigak and I believe Mother's Basement too said very, very, very high praises for this. I hear very quiet noise. No, it's turned off. And for people who have seen it, Love is War, another fantastic show. This is by the same person. And the funny thing is, Denim and I just recently finished Love is War, which is like a high school romance, but comedy, which is pretty phenomenal. So I would highly recommend this one. Coming from that knowledge, checking out this one with the knowledge it's from the same guy. Oh boy! Oh boy, we were not prepared for this. So first of all, the first episode, I call it, the first episode of this show is 1.5 hours. The average anime is like 25. It's like, And it apparently this first episode covers the entire first volume of the manga, and it's a ride. It's a ride. We were not prepared for the developments, the backlashes, and whatnot that happened. It's I highly recommend checking it out to anybody. If you are looking at it and are like, is this an idol? Yeah, there is an idol in it. And if you're not into idol shows, that's fine. That is not the genre. Believe me, even so, there's a lot of idol going on.
How do you do 5 episodes with the first episode covering the first volume when there's only 3 volumes of the manga out?
I don't know. I have no clue. But the first volume is technically only the prologue.
No, there's only 3 volumes out in English. I think like they're okay. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page to be like, how much of the manga is it one of those things where the manga's already done, so you know where it's going? It's not.
But yeah, it's like emotional backlash. It is not happy fun time. So to give it's absolutely not. It's not happy fun time. It is pretty, but it's actually I guess one thing that can be said about what is an ongoing theme in the show is a very realistic look on the entertainment industry, specifically the Japanese one. So I don't know how much this transfers over to other countries, but a very, very critical and dialogue behind the curtain on certain, I guess outright abusive aspects in parts, like how certain, especially young entertainers get treated. Not funny enough, not just idol, but also TV production and a little bit of manga industry and everything. So I can only imagine that the creator must have had some kind of roundtable with plenty of other members of the industry, and they all exchanged their horror stories, and then he wove them all into this story. And I'm still being hard pressed if I should give a draw description or not. So the protagonist eventually, his driving force is his driving motion is to solve a mystery, not saying more, to solve a mystery that is very much core to his to his entire life, to his existence, and this brings him due to connections with the idol industry. That's the starting point, and it's a wild ride. Be prepared for everything. Be prepared for emotional backlash. Be also prepared that it gets dark, and it gets so fucking dark. At the end of the pilot, so we were like, what? Okay, processing. Oh my god, what was this? So yes, check it out. This is all I can say. The only arguments are like, if you're it's not a feel good show. Don't watch it if you're in the mood for a feel good show. Shit gets real, but also insane in a good, not in a trippy way, but in a like, whoa kind of way. So yeah, not saying more because
I'm not gonna say this out loud, but
oh no, you evil person, you are an evil person indeed. Anyway,
but there's a reason I don't say it out loud.
Yes,
I could have said the same thing about Baki.
I see. But yeah. Anyways, watch it. All I can say is watch it. It's phenomenal. But if you need happy fun time, go for Love is War. same creator, but such a different mood. The only really parallel is that this guy likes playing with eye, so you see the eye of this character, which is a literal star, and the other characters also have stars that, depending on their mood, turn from dark and threatening to bright and shiny. While in Love is War, he had those flamey eyes that also dulled out and got more flamey depending on the mood. Anyways, Keyframe, did you bring in media?
I did, and I'll go through it fast because we need to do a little bit of a shorter show today. So, me and Max recently finished a show that I found on Apple TV Plus, the service that has Central Park and other things, apparently.
Now I'm once again challenged to figure out how to spell it.
I'll put it here.
Okay, I got it. Okay,
good job. But
official trailer.
There's actually quite a few really good things on Apple TV Plus. The biggest sin is that you're on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ain't nobody watching Apple TV Plus.
Apparently, though, Apple TV Plus is actually the one network where they give a lot of seasons to their shows. I feel like if this was put on Netflix, it would be dropped in the first season. But yeah, so this show is called Schmigadoon, and it's basically about this couple named Melissa and Josh.
Highly dysfunctional.
Oh yeah, in the first season. They've been in a relationship for 4 years. Their relationship is on the rocks. They go on this couples retreat, and they accidentally find themselves in this land called Schmigadoon, which is a big pastiche of like 50s and 60s musicals. So like Sound of Music, Brigadoon, music, a lot of Music Man, like a disgusting amount of Music Man. And basically they are trying to repair their relationship. They interact with the other members of the town, and they, change things, bring their own a modern spin to it. And it is shockingly so. It is very easy to fuck up a show like this. I think that's very easy to say. Like, and I was expecting it was either going to be really good or really bad, because the producer of it is the guy who makes SNL, Lorne Michaels, and it's dead-ass directed, written, and show-ran by the people who made Despicable Me. None of this sounds like a good combination, but man, it actually works. It actually works. It's super charming. It's super funny. The chemistry between these two, as both dysfunctional and functional, is really charming. Like, these two actually, like, I think her name is Cecilia Strong, and then we got Keegan-Michael Key. They are a great couple on screen. Like, not just as in a couple, but also just actors together. And you also have, like, you have Alan Cumming, you have Kristen Chenoweth, you have Fred Armisen. You have a lot of really strong actors from both Broadway and TV, especially Kristen Chenoweth and Aaron Tveit, who is, if you guys have ever heard the Moulin Rouge soundtrack, like the new Broadway musical, he's the main character. He's really good. And it's just really good. Like, I don't know, the first season's just a really solid first season, and if the show ended on the first season,
yeah,
good.
That would have been fine.
The music's fantastic too, especially as someone who's very much in Josh's position, because Josh doesn't like musicals, especially 60s musicals. I'm not a huge fan of most of them. The music's so solid, and it's because to do that era of musical too. It's very easy to be cringy, like, because that's the type of musical that people who don't like musicals detest.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so strong. And when I was like, oh, there's a season 2, let's watch season 2. How the hell are they going to do this? I think we were even like, how do they go? I think we watched the season 1 finale and we were like, okay, we have to watch season 2. How do they do this?
Yeah, because
and then, welcome to Schmicago. They renamed the show, and now it's parroting 70s musicals. So Chicago, Dreamgirls, Sweeney Todd, Jesus Christ Superstar, like, and they added Titus Burgess, who's Titus and Kimmy Schmidt, Cole in Central Park. Wow, he cleans up nice.
Oh yeah.
I love Titus.
Yeah.
He's so good. He plays the narrator in the show, and he's basically like MC in Cabaret and stuff like that. And he's just perfect. He's like so good. We are just like, and whenever he sings, like, he never fails. I mean, he's in Central Park, which is another musical show. His singing voice never fails to impress me, where it's like, wow, you need to be in more things.
Yeah, agreed.
But like, I would argue, I think season 2 is better than season 1. And maybe there's bias.
I was about to say, didn't you just explain how this era of musical is more yours?
It's more, like, even in the opening scene, Josh's character is like, I vibe with this era more. And, like, he's literally vibing to the first song when they're in Chicago.
But she's all like, oh no, but it's not my era of musical.
It's so funny. And also Josh gets to actually sing more in this season, which is great. Because Keegan can sing. Both of them are surprisingly good singers for people who are not singers. Especially the girl. Like, the girl's a really good singer. And also actors who don't get much roles in season 1 get a bigger role in season 2. Especially Dove Cameron's character. She's like this jailbait girl in season 1.
Whoa.
And then she becomes basically a Liza Minnelli pastiche in season 2. And she is delightful. Yeah. I love her. And Aaron Tveit, who's like a carnival Baki in the first season, becomes like this, well, Jesus Christ Superstar hippie. in the second season, and he's also delightful. The entire time of them parroting Jesus Christ Superstar and Godspell is really funny. But it's so good, and they come up with a really good mystery and a lot of really good morals about like what is a happy ending and all this stuff. And oh yeah, and also, oh god, what's her name? Jane Krasowski is also in this show. She had one scene in season 1, fucking blew it out of the water, and then she gets to be in season 2 and gets another, like, big, bombastic dance scene in a courtroom. And apparently, I looked it up, she's on a trapeze and shit and roller skates. There's no body double in that scene. That's all Jane Krasowski. Because she was like, okay, if you want me to do this stuff, I'll take lessons. She took trapeze lessons to do this musical number.
Wasn't there this one shot where the trapeze actor jumps up in a flip and then it cuts to her front?
That's her!
And I was like, oh yeah, that's totally her. You're telling me this was her.
Yes! Jane Krasowski's a fucking mad woman. And I love her. But yeah, so I can't believe I'm saying this. I think by now with this, the Fraggle Rock show, Wolfwalkers, and Central Park, get Apple TV Plus. Get the free trial for a month, watch Smigadoon, and watch Schmicago. Especially if you're a musical buff, you'll really love it. And even if you're not, you're like, this is really good. But if you're like me, and you know a lot of it's like watching Clone High and being a history buff, and you get a lot of references. I spent a lot of watching it being like, okay, what is this character a parody of? Because some of them are very obvious. There's a Sweeney Todd character that's very violently Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
But then there's other characters where it's like, oh, they're kind of a merge between these two things.
But yeah,
so it's subtle and in your face.
But yeah, I would even go a step further than you and be like, hey, if you're short on money when it comes to the Apple TV thing, instead of staying with Netflix where you know that your favorite show will be cancelled, why not just switch completely? Just saying, Apple TV
Honestly,
has...
Apple TV Plus is cheaper.
Really?
And it has more content with... Yeah, Apple TV Plus is only like, I think, maybe $9 a month, maybe $10.
And they treat their content so well. I mean, look at Central Park. Central Park is such a small show that barely anybody has heard about. But how many seasons do they already have? Yeah.
3 full seasons. And you know, like, they also fund a lot of indie animation that's getting put onto this. Like Wolfwalkers is an Apple TV Plus exclusive. And that got nominated for a fucking Oscar. And a lot of the Peanuts stuff is on there. There's a lot of good There's a show with Tom Holland being put on Apple TV Plus coming up soon.
Yeah, or if you
Ted Lasso's on Apple TV Plus. Yeah. Just get Apple TV Plus.
Exactly.
Cancel is a great entry show for it.
Cancel your Netflix, cancel your Disney Plus. Your life will be better for it. Get Apple.
And
maybe
and
Crunchyroll.
Also, and I guess
sponsored.
Who would not like this show? I don't know. If you don't like musicals, I guess.
True
but
that.
Also, how does it feel to be a sad person? Like, I have never met a happy person who doesn't like musicals.
Also, my shirt is blinking.
Yeah, good job. Anyways, so yeah, like that's that. So let's get through these questions first.
But first, wait, why did this not work? First, art of the week.
Yes, thank you, Missy Momo, for this art of me looking to the stars and realizing right before we started the show that I am tit first into the artwork.
I kind of thought it was maybe you leaning backwards with your elbow, but no, there is a little thingy clearly visible, so that is a front.
It is my boob.
That is a front. I mean, whatever helps you standing upright, keeping your back straight, whatever helps.
I can assure you, boobs do not help you with keeping your back straight.
Well, and this way we all guys have learned something today. Anyways, questions, am I right?
Yes, do we have any on Twitter?
I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure J-Rock did the thing. And, we actually have some. I assume one from Duck, which, like the bird, who is probably a follower of you, Derek.
Is that the one with the Garfeldi picture?
Oh yeah, right. This reminds me, I should probably show the picture while reading the question. This is very important.
Excellent.
It's very important.
Yeah, this question came with a picture, so obviously we need to show the picture. Wait,
All right.
there we go. So, and the question is...
Is that Will's face? Like, I think that's Will's face liquefied onto Carfeldi.
Either way, the question that comes with this image, so think of this image while answering the question, what are shows you like that others hate?
Oh. Shows I like that others hate.
Damn it.
Trying
Yeah.
to stop every bone in my body from saying JoJo.
I mean, JoJo's just divisive. You have the people who hate it and the people who love it. So
There's no middle ground of people who's just okay with JoJo.
It's like it's like I always say, it's like that one SpongeBob episode with the Squidward trying a Krabby Patty, where it's like the only people who don't like JoJo are ones who haven't tried it yet. But yeah, no. Let me think. Because I don't want to be basic and say that. People on Twitter crucified me for this, but I like Big Mouth a little bit more than the average person.
So you still hate it, but less?
That's a good answer.
So here's how I feel about Big Mouth.
Okay.
I feel like it's not like an incredible show, but when it's funny, it's really fucking funny. And I think and also again, it treats its animators really well. Like that show specifically, apparently, writing and animation wise, they get treated very well, which is always appreciated. And I always see people dunking on it. What were you gonna say, Chrissy?
I was gonna say it's like being part of an Adam Sandler movie, because apparently Adam Sandler treats his crew and everything really well, but 90% of Adam's movies recently are shit, unless you're hidden gems.
Yeah, I think plot wise it doesn't really deliver that much. It's kind of basic, but I think the jokes really hit for me a lot of the time, and I get why people don't like it. I do, and to an extent I don't like it for the same reasons, but I think it's a bit overhated. It feels like the time in the internet when Teen Titans Go came out and everybody was shitting on Teen Titans Go, and I'm just like, guys. And also, people pretending that Big Mouth is canceling other animated shows. You're insane. I'm sorry, but you're insane.
I mean, people will do that with any show that comes out after a big show ends. People are saying that show Kif on Disney Plus or Disney is what canceled Owl House. And it's like,
oh my God.
Shut the fuck up. I'm an Owl House fan. There's nothing more insufferable than Owl House fans.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you kidding me with that? What is this?
I don't know.
I think it's a bit overhated. I understand why people don't like it, but I feel like the consistent clowning on it is just kind of eh.
So
who
but
cares?
It is
Let's
fun
move on
to
to
make
something
fun
else.
Of the art style.
It is fun. It is fun to make fun of the art style.
There is a
because
reason
the show does look
their...
like garbage. I really don't like the style.
There's a reason I keep those pictures of the Big Mouth Funko Pops, just in case I want to annoy people, because they're ugly as sin. So, yeah.
So, what about you?
Okay, what do I'm trying to think.
I mean, I have one, if I need to buy you time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The hate that I know for this show is based on the amount of one person, namely Keyframe. But I actually, after being with her in the shit on it camp in the first season, actually got invested and started to legitimately like, and now waiting for the 4th season of Lower Decks.
I'm ambivalent on Lower Decks at this point. I'm just I've heard it's gotten better. I've seen some clips. It's getting better. As a Star Trek fan, I just don't like it having the name Star Trek on it.
Fun fact, it's probably closer to John Roddenberry's original vision than many other modern Star Trek.
I mean, yeah, especially since we have 5 Star Trek things going on right now, and it's the world never needed 5 Star Trek shows airing at the same time.
Should I get into Star Trek? I've dipped in and out of it a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, watch Next Generation. There's a lot of good Star Trek stuff, right?
Yeah, like Lower Decks. Anyways,
The
your
later
answer.
seasons of Lower Decks, the later seasons of Lower Decks could be good. The first season did not leave a good impression.
The lower decks, or the lower seasons of later decks.
Star Trek Prodigy is better. People should watch that show instead. It's better.
Is this a show
And
you
it
like
looks
that other
better.
people hate?
No, people like Star Trek Prodigy.
Oh, also another show I think that is
Yeah.
really hated, and I get why it is the anime Future Diary. It's one of the first anime that I ever watched in full, and I was like, that was pretty good, all things considered. And then I really started to think about it, and I was like, oh, but that show's also really garbage.
Yeah.
That
Here's the
show's very
thing.
garbage. But I liked when I watched it, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, ugh, I hated some of the choices in that show.
Okay, so I have two answers. I don't know if either count. One is the show Bruise Brothers on Netflix, but I don't think people hated the show because I don't think anyone watched it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really funny. It fits my sense of humor, which is slightly absurd. The second one, I know people who love this show. I know people who hate this show. But more often than not, I meet people who are confused what they feel about this show. Which is Centaur World.
Ah.
Based.
I have rewatched Centaur World. I have my issues, but I really like it.
I've never
but
watched
man,
a show that
that
makes
is-
me feel so polarized.
It is very much. I am just kind of like, I like you, ? Because there's a lot that I like about it. I like the cast. I like most of the characters and all that. But, wow, I could never recommend this show to people. I could recommend part. I could be like, watch any part that involves the Nowhere King, which is like the best aspect of the show.
But what about Glendale?
And Glendale. Glendale's my spirit animal. I love Glendale. She is my daughter, and you will never hurt her. You can insult the show up and down, but the moment you insult Glendale, you're insulting me. You can insult Durpleton all you want, though. I don't like him. Why is he voiced by the How I Met Your Mother man? And why does he, like, infantilize a character who's canonically, like, 40? Yeah, the whole baby thing in the second season with Stableton or whatever his name was. No. You know, and I could have lived my whole life without that part. But yeah, I can't ever recommend Centaur World to people because there's so many polarizing aspects about it. But man, I kind of love the fact that it's so all over the place. I am horse. I am just horse. So that's mine. Good question.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw this one. Silent but very deadly asks, since Saltydkdan is among us and he is prominent in the Pokemon Friendlock scene. Among us. Here's an interesting.
Sorry for derailing.
No, it's okay. It just made me think. I was editing a highlight reel for Saberspark yesterday, and it involved him watching through Anastasia, and he paused the movie like 4 times to rewind to a part of Rasputin just saying Fortnite, and he was fucking dying. This man is my boss, and he pays me. Shut up. Okay, but yes, here's an interesting challenge. Which starter Pokemon, excluding legendaries and shinies, based on how well you know them, would you pick for the opposite screened individual? It could be any Pokemon besides the exceptions. Then it's not a starter! It's not a starter if it's any Pokemon!
Well, I mean, like, starter in the definition of, like, if like, the question is, if one of you guys started a game, what would I pick for you, any Pokemon?
I
To, like,
guess
fit
yeah.
you?
I guess it's like, I guess it's basically a friendlock question. What is a Pokemon that would fit, that would be good for us as a friendlock character? And they said, like, clockwise kind of thing. I mean, we're going to go counterclockwise so you can say Max, because I've been in the friendlock for 3 seasons. So, you know, I think it's easy to say, like, oh, this will fit you, Chrissy. I want to see what you pick for Max, given that you know him the least.
Okay, hold on. I'm thinking. It's gonna take me a sec because I have to, like, I'm like kind of like I'm scrolling through the Pokedex really fast to remind me of Pokemon existing. Hitmontop.
Hitmontop.
Max is giving me real Hitmontop vibes right now. That or Smeargle. Smeargle could also work.
Smeargle could work. This is Hitmontop. I'll put him in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Look at this little fella.
He's going strong. He's going strong. I wish my fitness levels would be at his level. But wait, do you say I give you whatever top vibe simply because I have this V-neck and he has this V-neck thingy on his chest?
It might have been shape bias, maybe.
I mean, I
hate when he stands like that.
He looks so angry.
Weird.
I don't see I don't see any.
Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. I mean, I have my own pick for Max. Hold on.
You had this one in the chamber.
I mean, and for people who are thinking I'm gonna pick Slowbro, no, I'm not that mean.
You're even meaner.
Hitmontop is a fighting type. Max has no fight in him.
What?
That's really mean, but it's also really funny.
Our fans, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I was going to pick, I guess I'm going to go with the obvious here. So I'm going to pick Furret, which is the ferret Pokemon. But specifically, you're going to be this one with the Ditto face on it. You're that one. My favorite thing about Furret is that because that's an evolved form. He's a second form Pokemon. The thing he evolves from, I think, fits you in personality more. This is Centret. You have the looks of a You have the looks of a ferret, but the personality of a Centret.
I was gonna say, isn't that Furret the Ditto version of Furret though?
Yes, that's why I was like, you're specifically.
Okay.
Furret. But yes, so that's Max. So what would you guys pick for me? Hi. I mean, we hit it pretty well on the head with the Shinx line in Friendlock, honestly.
Yeah, the Shinx line probably is one of the better picks.
Oh, what's the evolved form of the Scorbunny? That one is very me.
Oh yeah, no. I was trying to think of like a fighting type one, but that works for that definitely.
Okay, but Max, you as the Pokemon aficionado, what Pokemon do you, in your limitless knowledge fits me?
Gatomon.
I mean, it's gonna be easy for Derek because Mime Jr. and Mr. Mime fit you so well. It just does. It just do. So that's my answer there. All right,
Mime Jr. is one of my favorite Pokemon, so I don't mind.
Mime Jr. is great. Okay, we don't have. We could do a couple more.
Yeah.
Because we're going over an hour, but yeah. So what else is on Twitter?
What else? Oh, I have another one on Twitter. That is
a lot of horrible things on Twitter.
Similar kind of to the previous one from Brandon Kruger. Favorite movie and show of the year so far? I dare to say, for me it's easy because it's the two I mentioned before, Guardians and Oshinoko.
Yeah, Guardians is really good. Guardians is like the only, I think, new thing that I've watched this year. I'm gonna be honest.
I was in cinema for a few other things, but they were all like.
I guess Schmigadoon, like.
Solid, phenomenal show.
Oh no, Moon Girl also. Moon Girl's so fucking solid. I love Moon Girl.
So Moon Girl
and
bigger
Schmigadoon. For those, but for movies, that's the thing. I am horrendously not very movie literate this year. I guess here's the thing. I think my favorite movie of the year is coming out in a couple weeks with Spider-Verse.
True.
Bring back this question in a few weeks. But But I guess right now, the Mario movie. The Mario movie's the most fun I've had watching a movie in a long time.
It was fun,
and
for sure.
at the end of the day, if I'm going to the cinema to see a movie, I want to have fun overall. I don't care if the story is I want to have fun. If I'm going to the cinema, I'm going to have fun. If I want to watch a film to be art of film, I'll watch it at home.
What was the one that I compared the Mario to, or that I was kind of...
D&D?
Oh yeah, I believe it was a D&D movie, and I declared D&D better than the Mario movie, but it's very different in tone, so it's hard to say. But Guardians, sorry D&D movie, as much as I praised you before, Guardians
I'll probably go see Guardians this week, and then I'll be like... I'll probably go see it at MomoCon, and then I'll be like, well, bye Mario movie, here's my new friend Guardians. And then when Spider-Verse comes out, I'll be like, bye Guardians!
Have you watched
hello,
watched the D&D one yet?
I have not watched the D&D one yet.
Well,
and I guess for shows, Clone High comes out like next week, so we'll see you there too. But yeah, okay. So next question. Let's see.
What about Derek?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Derek. I forgot you existed.
What was the question again? It was
favorite show and movie of the year so far.
Oh well, I mean, like I said, I haven't really watched any new stuff. Is the thing. I've been mainly catching up on stuff that I've been trying to watch for a while.
I guess favorite viewing experience of the year so far then for you?
Probably Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's
Guardians 3 was really fun. I saw it twice.
Nice. And any shows besides Baki?
Any shows? It's been, I won't lie, I've been so busy. It's been primarily Baki, because that's just like when I hang out with friends.
It's fair. It's
the true show of 2023, Baki.
Then.
From 1992. Alright, so let's see.
Basic.
Here's one more question, then we'll do the FMK. I refuse to watch new shit, asks. Wow, very fitting name. I'm feeling old with all the new slang terms and memes. What are the modern memes you don't like or don't understand? I am a surgeon. I fucking hated that meme, and I'm glad that it died within 48 hours.
What? You don't like I am a surgeon?
I don't even know what this
I
meme
don't.
is.
The thing is, I don't like it because I got spammed with good doctor shit on my TikTok for like a week beforehand. So I was like, I can't escape it.
My favorite part is not the guy saying I am a surgeon. My favorite part is Dr. Khan. Because he looks like he's giving, like, he's so handsome that it looks like he's giving, like, a forever Chad face. When he's just, it's literally like the Virgin versus Chad meme. That's what it is.
It is like kind of like that, the crying Wojak and then the PewDiePie looking Wojak.
Yes. PewDiePie looking.
It does kind of look like him.
Yeah.
But I guess besides that, I've said this on Twitter. I hate the term mid.
I love mid. Mid is great.
No,
I'm watching
Gigak. In theory, I would like the term mid. I don't like what it's become, because mid is supposed to just mean middle of the road. Like, okay, average. But it's like, people have such a extortionately high standard of things that people use the word mid, which means average, as in the worst thing on the planet. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Use just the word bad. It's the same amount of letters. And if everything is mid, so it's just okay, why are you so mad that everything is just okay? There's nothing wrong with things being okay.
I mean, wait, I have to wait until this ad is done playing. But this so reminds me of... two ads? Really?
You could just get YouTube Premium.
I knew that was coming. Still, okay. Talking about mid and... Oh god, how long... Ah, shit.
Wow, this is a great transition.
I know. Oh no, Gigak made a tier list. Wait. Is this is the one, right?
This is so great.
Yes, look at the tiers.
Peak mid, above mid, mid below mid. Just say bad. Just say bad.
No,
it's the same amount of letters. It's the same syllable.
Gigak solved the problem by making every single anime he rated mid. He's a genius. This man
When everything is mid, nothing is.
This man is second coming of Jesus. He solved your issue with mid.
No, he didn't. He just made it have more steps. Just like Jesus. But okay, that's mine. Derek, what do you hate about the hit kids today?
That's a really good question. What are some like recent memes this year? I can only remember the doctor one.
This is the thing. The cycle of memes have just been going so fast
Oh.
that I don't. Yeah.
Oh?
It's less of like a meme and more of like a reaction that a lot of people repeat. It's like whenever somebody on TikTok sees a female like breathing, and they're
Good
saying
start.
like the most heinous shit imaginable, like "oh, mommy" and stuff like that. Shut the fuck up. It's like
Yeah.
every comment section I see. Literally, if there's a TikTok and it has a girl in it and she is standing in the frame somewhere, somebody's just gonna be like, "Oh, hear me out." Shut the fuck up. Hear you out? I'll kill you.
Or like the grip must be so hard, or
Yeah,
I
oh
bet
my
it's
God.
pink. Like I
That
fucking
shit-
hate those.
that
That's
shit
just
got, like,
gross.
Oh my god! And the worst part about it is it's always like people who have not touched grass in like a fucking year. They're like the pandemic has melted their stupid pink little brains
They have
into like
made their
little
brains
mush.
smooth. It
Like,
has
they
made them
talked-
smooth-brained.
They haven't talked to another individual without being like lol and stuff like that.
Or
And they're
hi
just,
Discord
"Oh, dude,
kitten. Like
hi Discord kitten, ha hee hee." And then this is the same type of people that think that blatant racism is funny. I will kill them with my bare hands. Anyway,
this is great with that picture. Thank you, Max.
You're
That was good
welcome.
timing.
You're welcome.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
hate
so
that shit
I
so much.
I
It-
agree
it
with
gets on my
those.
nerves.
Oh yeah.
Also-
I'm just like, do we not see
just-
people as humans? It's fucking crazy.
No. Also, for just a PSA, if you're gonna say "hear me out" on something, let it be an actual "hear you." I'm so tired of conventionally attractive women, men, and
Thank
thems
you.
being put into the "hear me out." No, give me a "hear me out" on a fucking like eldritch beast. Like if you're gonna say
Yes.
"hear me out," fucking commit. Where's all
Smash.
my monster fuckers that? Where's my monster fuckers that I depended on? No, I see people pick like the shark-looking girl from My Hero and be like, "Hear me out." Like, shut the fuck up. Every My Hero girl is
No.
violently beautiful.
The fucking shark girl from My Hero. I assume we are talking about the one in the recent season that literally has
Yes.
no name. She was
Yes.
specifically designed to be the cutest character in the entire show by the creator. How can this be a hear me out moment?
Yeah,
People
like, I just-
people will just like see like a conventionally attractive character that is made to like be interesting to people like that and be like, "Oh, don't hear me out." Like, bro, the
Like,
first
I
time I
heard
heard
people-
"hear me out" was
Yeah.
somebody was talking about the female lion from Lion King. Where is that shit? I want to see that
Yeah,
more.
where's
That's
my
weird
furries?
and fucking
Like,
weird.
Totally,
And you
yes.
know what?
Yeah,
and
I
even
agree.
even then, like, I don't need to hear me out about Kovu. Most furry awakenings of women and or gay men or thems was Kovu.
Kovu
So,
was
shut
hot.
up.
I'm straight, but
like,
Kovu
yes.
was hot.
But also fucking like I'm just saying. I saw someone do a hear me out about Pedro Pascal. Shut the fuck up. First of all,
Die.
Pedro Pascal is like one of the most attractive
This
men in
man-
Hollywood.
This man is
Are-
sexy
are-
with a bucket on his head.
Are you saying "hear me out" because he's an older guy, as in like he just shows his age? Is Jamie Camille also a "hear me out"? I'm just saying, fucking.
Do you think no this is a very psychological question. Do you
Mhm.
think that people say "hear me out" because they're just like they're embarrassed to admit that they're attracted to conventionally attractive people because their idea of what they should be attracted to is like these fucking like Sports Illustrated like swimsuit edition models
Oh,
that they
most
see on
certainly.
TV and stuff, and they're just like like to us it's like, oh, that's just a normal attractive person, but they're like, no, because TV has conditioned me to think if you don't have blonde or
Well,
blue
like,
eyes
I mean,
and you're
people have that
skinny.
same.
Like, shut up.
Same reaction to like. I've seen so many hear me outs about like a muscular female character, and it's
Yeah,
just
like, what
because
the-
like, and it's like, what are you fucking? I saw people doing hear me out on Mirko, you know, the bunny girl from My Hero, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
I'm
is,
listening.
I
never even did
to,
not. Yeah.
I don't need to hear you out.
It's obvious. Yeah,
I
look
heard,
at her.
I
Look
heard
at
people
her.
saying hear you out on the 90s She-Hulk. Shut the fuck up.
It's insane because, like, to me, it gives me the impression that they think what they're saying is insane, but it's like the most lukewarm shit imaginable.
I think people are just, they either want to be quirky or they are afraid to admit that they have a type. Like, look, I'll admit, I've had to be a hear me out person sometimes because people know my type.
Oh yeah, that is a hear me out.
And they'll be and I'm like, my hear me out isn't even towards the characters themselves. It's more just hear me out. Look, what's wrong with me having a type? And it's like, well, Chrissy, your type is stinky, lanky men. I feel like we don't have to hear you. We don't have to hear them out. We can't hear you out. But Max, what's your least favorite meme and/or slang?
Mostly the first one or two times I was actually on the positive side of it, and I did I contribute to it? No, I did not. I contributed to something else, but I saw it and I was like,
which war crime did I commit?
Exactly. But it was killed to me by complete overexposure, and I'm looking very closely at your facial expression, Key, to see how you react to this.
Okay.
Not?
What?
You don't get an instant PTSD flash from just seeing this image?
I didn't see it. Oh my god, I didn't know. I blocked out the penguin.
Okay, you literally have developed a denial process.
Well, the thing is, you see that penguin so often, I just zone it out.
Yeah.
Can we not call Skipper the penguin? Okay.
I'm sorry.
His name is Skipper.
Okay, fine. But also, I don't hate this meme. I think it's a well-intentioned thing. If people don't like it, they can just.
No. Here's again the thing of like, hey artist, show me this and that. This was fun the first few times, but by having now a hey artist, show me this, hey person, show me this, like 10 times a day in my feed on Twitter, it's like, stop it. Stop it! Yes, you saw it was a meme. It was a good idea. Stop it! You don't need to make your own version of it. The originality is gone.
You know, as someone who did contribute to this, because I think I did. Hey, you show me your favorite picture of your pet, which you did not put in a picture of Rocket. How dare you?
Well, I might have grown blind to the fucking penguin whenever it pops up. Also,
Skipper,
the penguin.
See, for this, right? Like, I get why it's so annoying to see it like so much, but I also I give grace to memes like this because they're so inoffensive and they just allow people to basically promote themselves and what they're working on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this being repeated ad nauseum if it allows people to, you know, post their stuff without feeling guilty that they're like self-promoting, you know?
But since Key contributed to it and it was not for the purpose of self-promotion, I'm kicking off!
I mean, I was promoting people's pets.
Even worse, you are in favor.
I'm just saying, I'm putting good things.
You are
into
in
the
favor
universe.
of pet exploitation.
Also, I'm just going to include this because Lauren put this picture of Phelps into that pet thing, and then I put it in voice chat. And if you know JoJo, what Gerber replied is fucking heinous.
Yeah. If you want to know why it's heinous, watch JoJo episode 1.
Look at that good boy, though. How can you hate Phelps? But yes. So good question. Okay, we are going to do the FMK.
Yeah, I was about to say. Time.
All right. Also from Silent but Very Deadly. The world of Pokemon is vast and wondrous, but yet also very dangerous and even life-threatening under the worst circumstances. Luckily, we have those who arm us with our own starter Pokemon to befriend and protect us. So let's gather our thoughts and pick our best choice for this. Fuck, marry, kill Pokemon professors.
Okay, I'm gonna nail this.
Professor Juniper from Black and White,
Okay.
Professor Sycamore from X and Y, and Professor Sada from Pokemon Scarlet.
Wait, is Sycamore a dude or a lady?
The dude.
It's a dude.
It's a dude. Okay, so we have uneven distribution of genders.
Look, I thank you, Enigma, for giving me one dude option. It'll probably end up with me killing the one dude. But also, like, you couldn't have made it all dudes.
Or
There's
all
enough
ladies.
dude, or all ladies. No pride here. But okay, Derek, you are our guest. You get to go first.
Fuck
Who are
Sada, marry Juniper.
Wait. First of all,
Wait,
who
why-
was
why?
it? So
Why,
wait.
Derek?
This is Sada, right? Right?
Yeah, that's Sada.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
you
Sada.
fucker. Explain, because it's totally not absolutely obvious to every straight being, male being, or every gay female being out there why you would fuck her. Please explain.
I'm attracted to her.
I mean, look at her. I get it.
She's got like the Ooga Booga caveman look too. And it's like, come on, man,
I mean,
come
look
on.
Look at this. Look at this.
I
I don't have
don't
to
need
say anything.
This
Who
is one of the.
isn't picking
This is one of the professors where you're like, oh, I get it.
Because I think, not to judge by appearances, right? But I think that she'd ruin my fucking life.
She would.
So yes, so like having a quick fuck in it is probably optimal. But then marrying Professor Juniper because she seems like she has her life together, and she seems like a very kind-hearted soul, and that she'd make like fruit snacks and stuff, and it makes me happy.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to mommy.
I just saw a tweet from Gerber who was like, Happy Mother's Day to people who call their partners mommy. Like, or get called mommy by their partners. Like, it's like, thanks, Gerber. Awesome,
And then,
bud.
sadly, Sycamore is a really attractive dude.
Yeah.
But I'm just not really interested in him. He just, I don't know. He's not at like DILF territory for me, and he's not close enough to a twink either. So it's just he's kind of in this weird like limbo for me.
He's just a happy metrosexual man.
Yeah, but I mean he looks enough like what's the name of that anime that you like again? I keep forgetting it.
Lupin.
He looks yeah, it looks enough like a Lupin character that you'd probably like him. Anyway, you go.
The good news is you now are safe from having to kill him, Key.
That is true. Wait, hey, Chad, who goes last this time? Is it me or him? I'll let you choose. We're not going to be on for 3 weeks, so you guys get to choose who you want to get fucked over.
I mean, I'm not even sure what would be worse. Me going last is like, oh, thank goodness somebody took the choice from me. But
I think Max goes last this time. Key goes last. We need one to break the tie.
no
I have no idea. Go, Max, bully Key. Okay, Max, you get to go next.
Okay. I mean, there's only one rotation I can do because I refuse to kill this woman. So no matter where anything else ends up, I'm gonna marry her.
You're gonna marry the cave woman.
I'm so gonna marry the cave woman.
She's gonna ruin your life, but
Oh,
okay.
I'm looking forward to that part. So absolutely marrying her. There's not even a debate. This means
Okay.
I am killing. Oh shit! I just realized who I'm fucking. I'm just.
Okay, yeah. So why are you killing this lovely woman? Is she too plain for you?
I mean, she is pretty plain, but no, there is. I'm killing her because. Hair envy. I'm killing her from one blonde to another. I'm killing her because of hair envy. I used to have hair that was super poof and that could totally do this thing that is even cut off for the viewers. This entire woo on top. But No, I mean look at my OC. What do you think why my OC has those extravagant giant pieces of blue hair on top? Because it's like
You're
I
living
wish.
out a fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. And
POV.
this woman is standing in the way of my fantasy because looking at
What are
this
you gonna do? Kill her
drawn.
and scalp her and make her into a wig?
POV, you're explaining your motives to the jury.
Your Honor, please. I have hair envy. Okay, so
Exactly.
why are you fucking Sycamore?
I mean, he has style. I mean, look at it. This lady's already dead, so I'm not necrophobic.
You're not
necrophile. I'm not.
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
would not go with her since she's
You do
already
not
dead.
partake in the
Yeah,
necrophilia.
she's already dead. This woman, I mean, as much as she rocks this entire caveman style, it's still caveman style. So he has
We've watched
objectively.
Futurama. We know death by snoo snoo.
Sadly, I didn't get to fuck her. This fate is reserved for Derek. So, but yeah, this
Broken
man,
pelvis.
this man has the most style. So in the obligatory cuddling afterwards, we can just talk style in bottom-up shirts. Think of many people underestimate the afterglow.
The
talk.
most stylish fucking
Yeah.
ever.
So
Just-
that's what it's
Now-
really all about. So that leaves you with choices.
I mean, I was also gonna say, out of the three, this one looks like it has the most bottom energy. So I guess
Yeah.
it works for you.
I guess especially
Yeah,
since I would
especially in
not
this
be the
scenario
bottom
as
in
a
a.
very straight man. Okay, so next. So, okay, rotation. How the fuck am I gonna kill the cave woman?
Yes, how are you going to kill this woman and why? Most importantly, why would you even do that?
Because she's everything I want to be. I mean, look at her.
I already played the envy card. How dare you?
I mean, but also, she is literally, I want to be her. I'm literally making a cosplay of this character because I like this character so much. I want to be her.
Okay, makes complete sense. It's basically what's the little psycho girl in My Hero called? Who wants
Yes,
to
I know what
become
you're
what she
talking about.
loves.
Yes, so I need to kill the competition. Okay.
And become
And
her.
also, my cosplay will be so accurate because I could steal her clothes later.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay, so that means I'm fucking Professor Juniper?
Yes.
I mean, okay.
Yes. Do you want to go for marriage first so we can come back to her?
Here's the thing, it shouldn't be hard to describe why I would fuck her. She's so conventionally attractive. But that's the problem. She's just so conventionally attractive.
You need to have people first listen you out.
Yes,
Or
hear me out
Yeah,
here.
hear me out.
Okay, look. She just looks like she'd be an easy fuck. Compared to Cave Woman,
The cave.
she looks like
yeah.
The
For the-
Cave Woman would probably make me fight for it.
And for the cave woman, you probably need to pull a number since the entire internet already called dibs.
Yeah, this one looks like I can give her like a few glasses of Chardonnay and she'll melt in my hands. This is obviously going to be a situation where I'm the top. She has no top energy. Unless you are like a guy who really wants to call her mommy, I'm not into that. Quite the opposite. So there's that. Wow, I get the most straight answer of all with the next one. So I'm gonna marry him. I mean, look at him. Remember, let's rewind to me talking about me having a type.
Oh no!
The only thing is that he looks like he would smell kind of nice. So that's the only
I
thing
know.
that's missing.
He needs to be a bit stinkier.
But does he have enough? Does he have enough asshole energy for your taste?
That's a great question.
So
I mean, like,
you are telling me you're telling me you are marrying a nice guy.
Oh, never.
Oh, that's what you
Never.
pick. That's your option.
Oh no, not a nice guy. He's gonna treat me right and never make me feel doubted in myself. And he's never going to say snide remarks to me. What kind of marriage is that? Ew. Can I steal the cave woman from Derek?
No, you are stuck with this guy.
It's too late.
It's okay. You know what? I can teach him. I can fix him. No, obviously this is the opposite. I can break him.
Okay,
Damn.
that is awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. Time for awkward guys. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guys. Artwork and analysis which you do not